Alright everybody, so this is a shelf I'm working on. I filmed all the footage in my smithy while I was working on it, and I have my heater and the radio playing in there, so I didn't record any audio as I made it. But so this is a shelf I'm working on, and it's all little scroll work made out of 1/4 inch round bar. I bend it on the scroll bender and fit it all in there as I go. So here I am laying out the corner shelf on the table. I used my compass and some soapstone and drew it out there. Figured out the sizes I want. There's going to be 2 shelves of different depths. So then here I'm just bending the 2 different shelves. Just little by little I bend it in between those forks there in the corner of my bench. So after I finish my bending, I will mark and cut where the parts I formed meet the 90-degree corner that I laid out on the table. So with those pieces cut, I will tack them to the pieces that I bent at 90-degree angle to make the corner. Alright, with that all welded and cleaned up the way I need it, I decided I wanted to know how many inches it took to make the little scroll ends that I have, and so I laid it out with inches on there, and it turns out it's 8 inches. So I can remake that scroll time after time. So I make the scroll and then I bend it a little bit more, and so here I am bending to fit this particular scroll inside of the shape of the shelf that I'm working on. Here you can see me bending it little by little and fitting it up inside of the shelf space that I'm trying to fill. Just bend it just a little bit, trying to keep it uniform both ways. So I'll bend it a little bit and check it out, and then I'll bend the other side and make it equal, both sides. I don't want, half the scroll to look one way and the other half to look a different way. I mean, I want it to be uniform. So just bend a little at a time. So here I hammer it to sit flat against the bench. I just want to make sure it's flat as can be now as I go, rather than in the end trying to make everything flat, because then it'll just be wavy and all over the place. So here I am trying to figure out different ways and different things I want to do to fit in there. I thought maybe I'd just do straight pieces from the corner out to that first scroll. So I played around with that idea. Overall, I didn't like it, so I didn't do that. But I had to lay it out and draw it out and see before I made that decision. So I just drew those lines on there to see. I thought they would look, how that would look, and I had to look at it, and I decided that's not what I'm really going for here. So I put different scrolls around and just lay them in there and see where I want to go next, because there's no real science to it. It's just lay them in there and figure out, what you think looks good and what you should do next. Overall, I did find a good fit with one of these scrolls, and I went with that immediately because I knew it was going to fit right away. So after cutting each piece and fitting it in and tacking it, I make sure it's flat with a hammer. I tack it, I make sure it's flat each time. So here I am just marking where I'm going to cut this piece, and I cut it and I do it equally both sides. I cut each little piece and fit it in there, hammer it in and make sure it fits and it's flat. And so the next step, so then I added some more. I just keep adding scrolls until it fills in everything the way, so I just don't want things to be able to fall through real easy. I can put things up there, that are wide enough to span the gaps, and so it doesn't fall through. You want to be able to put just about anything up there. So you just keep adding and adding. And eventually I got it all filled in the way I wanted it, and this is what it's going to look like. And here I got it all cleaned up, and that's what it's going to look like. So thanks for watching.